Growing up in Clase put a smile on my face. We didn't have it easy, that's for sure. We sure weren't rich, life sometimes a bitch, but most turned out okay, I know. I recall my early years playing in the street, friends seemed like family. I felt my life was sweet, the clothes we wore were hand-me-downs and toys with which we played. And we rode around on wooden carts that someone's dad had made. Our little school was a happy place with lessons in life to learn. We didn't have much money, but we lived on what Dad earned. As kids we played together in the street at no cost at all. We played hide and seek, count to 50, don't peek. Then you'd set out to look for them all. We'd meet up in the park to play football. We'd play it for hours on end. Then go in for tea, a sandwich for me. Then we rush out to play once again. Growing up in Clase put a smile on my face. We didn't have it easy, that's true. We sure weren't rich, life sometimes a bitch, but most turned out okay, I know. In our teenage years there'd be struggles. Life in Penland school was a shock. We had to deal with some scumbags. Fought our way through with good friends that we knew, and those battles, they made us quite tough. At first we took a few kickings and learned to stand up for ourselves. When the school day was done, it was time for some fun, doing things that were bad for our health. Chipping together for a packet of fags and a flagon of cider or two. Finding some girls to hang out with, we were sure that our young love was true. Growing up in Clase put a smile on my face. We didn't have it easy, that's true. Sure we were rich and life sometimes a bitch, but most turned out okay, I know. We left education and some found a job, others hung round in the park. It was the summer of '76. For me, I was up with the law. Working 6 days for £13 pay, that work was heavy for me. Had to walk there and back as the bus fare I lacked, till I found a job with better pay. We spent evenings in the Fowler, aka the flying chair. It sure got rough, but we had some fun there. Clay's club at the weekend, bingo and a show. Not the most exciting place, but that's what we did in Clay's. And it stuck there, in my mind forevermore. Growing up in Clase put a smile on my face. We didn't have it easy, that's true. Sure we weren't rich and life sometimes a bitch, but most turned out okay, I know. Many of us got married, some of us lived there for good. I'm 65 now, I made it somehow, but there's many who fell along the way. Some of them were good friends, some were family. One of them was the girl that lived next door to me. So here's to all our loved ones who sadly passed away. Let's keep those people in our thoughts until we meet again. That's Clase. Growing up in Clase put a smile on my face. We didn't have it easy, that's for sure. We sure weren't rich, life sometimes a bitch, but most turned out okay, I know.